Okay, so we're back and we have chained 29. Now we're gonna chain. We're gonna make the 30th row. Again, I chained 3 and we're gonna double crochet and chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Once we get there, we're not gonna chain or do anything to it. What happens now is we're gonna kind of fold it in half, and you want to make sure that it's always on the opposite side from where you started. You can make it smaller. 30th is kind of the size, the one size fits all count. But for my daughter, she's 2, and we call her Peanut because she is so tiny, I normally do 28. And I made some for my niece who's 3 months old, and I only made 24 for her. So it depends on who you're making it for. Some people do have a big head and you need to make a couple more, but you just always want to make sure that when you end it, you are the opposite of the other end. So what you're going to do now is, I'm actually going to do it this way, and you are going to slip stitch it together. Just pull it through and slip stitch. And you don't have to do it at every single one, but you want to do it maybe every other one, or at least random, but enough that you are securing it all together. So just gonna kind of get through there, and it's not a single crochet, it's just a slip stitch, so that you are not adding to it, not making it bulky. It's really just a slip stitch, just to kind of get it together. Just kind of go through and pull it all the way through. Go through and pull it all the way through. Oops, there you go. All the way until you get to the very end on both of them. So here's this last one. And over there. And you pull it through. Alright, now once you got to this end, we're gonna cut it, pull it through, finish it. And now here's why you wanted to go in the end on the opposite, so that now once you slip stitch, they both end together and you can tie a couple little knots. Now you don't want to cut it right there on the knot, so you just kind of gonna weave that through kind of lightly. It's a little hard to get it through because the slip stitch is so tight. You just kind of go around, and again, it's a pretty random process. You just kind of weave it as you can, just in between. And this is about enough. There's a couple stitches down away from where you did the knot. So now I'm just gonna cut that, and here we go. It's a pretty seamless stitch to it. Now that you have your actual headband, we are going to get a piece of the yarn, and I get these buttons. You can see I get 2 of them for 97 cents at Walmart, so they're fairly inexpensive. If you're making your flowers a little smaller, you can get the smaller ones, so you get 4 of them for the same price. I try to match the color of the button to the headband, but they didn't have any gray one this time. So I'm just gonna kind of put the yarn through the button, and I guess you can use a yarn needle to do this, but it's really not. I think it's unnecessary. It's just an extra tool to use. So you can measuring from that seam that you made about where do you want the button to go. I usually kind of get that in the middle and go at one of the ends. And all I do is I kind of get the that yarn through there and through another side and just tie it together. It's pretty easy, double knotted. And what I do, just because I am a little paranoid and I like to be even safer, I will pull that through and I will tie it again underneath the button. So just for an extra security, and that way also it's not showing that excess yarn. You can't see where the yarn was cut. It just looks neater, I think. So you cut that right there. And voila. Now you can get any, for the fall time, get a orange flower to add to it. And again, it's nice and stretchy. Or if you're like my daughter, who's a Buckeye of scarlet and gray, you can put the gray one, the gray flower. And I will do a video for us to, for you to learn how to do these flowers as well. But this is pretty much the gist of it. It's your very easy, nice headband. Just add a button and then you can put the flowers on it. Thank you. I hope you enjoy, and make sure to subscribe.